Hello and welcome back to our study of Peninei Halacha, the teachings of Rabbi Eliezer Melamed, Shlita. Hope everyone had a restful Shabbos, considering, please continue to daven, extra davening, extra mitzvahs for our brothers and sisters in Israel as they're currently under severe attack, and we have to do our part here in the diaspora. I ask you also to please reach out to your lawmakers and make sure they hear our voice is extremely, extremely important. And of course, please continue davening for Chaylei Tzvah Israel, especially those in the Israeli Air Force, for Shlem L'chol P'tzuei Yisrael, and the safe return of our hostages. And we daven and learn each day Le'ilei Nishmat Ser and Daniel Shemen Rav Doron V'Sheli Hashem Gedamo. The next chapter, Mishahaya Er Kol Halayla. Kichlal, Gam Misha Liyos Sham Halayla Yivarach Es Birchot Hashachar. So generally speaking, someone who did not sleep at night still has to make the brachos in the morning. Shekvar lamanu, shebrachos elu nisknu halanos haklalis, v'lchein gami shalonene ba'ofen ishim b'davar mesuyam mivarchalav. Because we learned earlier that these brachos were also on the general benefit that one gets and one receives, and even if you didn't have a personal benefit, but the world does, so that's why we make the brachos. Omnam lagabe mispar brachos yeshnam chilukim minhagam. However, when it comes to a number of the blessings, there are differences of practice. Everybody agrees that you have to wash your hands before davening. However, there's a machlokas whether you should make a blessing. So according to the Ashkenazic custom, the best thing to do is to go to the bathroom before davening and perhaps touch one of the covered parts of your body, which then would cause this zeya, which would cause some of the sweat or filth of your body to go onto your hands, and then you're certainly required to wash with a bracha. But according to Sfardim, they never make a bracha on this type of washing. Lagabe Birchot Torah, as far as, let's say, the blessings on the Torah, which is actually going to be the next chapter, so we'll get into that in more detail coming up. Muskam, so it's agreed that if you slept in the course of the day at least a half an hour, then in the morning, even if it's much later, you'll make Birchot Torah. And even if you didn't sleep at all during the day, everybody, most of the poskim agree that you should say Birchot Torah. However, since there is a minority of the poskim who think that you should not make the bracha, the best thing to do is to listen to someone who did sleep, and he'll make Birchot Torah on your behalf, and you can answer Amen. What about Elokai Neshama, which is the beginning when you wake up, and also Hamav Yeshene, which is the end of Birchot Hashachar, talking about wiping the sleep from your eyes? Some say that only if you actually slept can you say those words. Therefore, it's best to listen to someone who did sleep, and he can say them on your behalf and have you in mind. You answer Amen. Let's say if there is no one there who can make the brachos on your behalf. According to most poskim, you can make the brachos on your own. And this is the practice of all the Sfardim and some Ashkenazim. And some Ashkenazim will be more strict, and they will say it without Hashem's name. Again, this is going back, this is the Shavuos question, when someone was up all night learning. This is exactly the issue that we run into. So the Sikum, in conclusion, here he gives kind of a wrap up here. According to most of the Jewish people, I like when we say that, most of the Jewish people who are up all night long will say all Birchot Hashachar and all Birchot Torah, and they should also wash their hands before davening. According to Sfardim custom, they do not break a bracha. But according to Ashkenazim, we should go to the bathroom, touch that part of your body that's normally covered, and then we make a bracha. And to be careful, one should effort to listen to someone else saying those brachas to have you in mind. It could be yotzi by listening and answering amen to the bracha of Elokai Neshama Hamav Sheni, which actually deal with sleep. And since you did not actually sleep, so someone who slept can say it on your behalf. And if you have no one who could say it on your behalf. There are some Ashkenazim who will say those blessings without the closing of Hashem's name in the bracha. According to the Kabbalistic custom, which we mentioned last time, you say the Birchot Hashachar even after midnight. And according to Halacha, everybody can say the Birchot Hashachar after morning breaks, which is before sunrise, by the way. But everybody thinks that Birchot Hashachar have to be recited after Amud Hashachar, after daybreak. Long note here as well. It's a different minhagim, but gives you a nice snapshot, a picture of what we should do. So just basically, if you didn't sleep at all, the best thing for us to do is to listen to someone else, and they should say it on your behalf. So again, please continue saying extra Tehillim, davening, mitzvos for our brothers and sisters in Israel. Thank you for joining us again for another week of learning. Continue davening for IDF, for Shlem Chol Petzui Yisrael. Safe return of our hostages, Elin Nishmat, Sarah, Daniel Shimon, Rav Dernom, Vishali, Hashem Kavdamo. Every mitzvah counts. Let's make sure we make them count. Thank you and have a good day.